Miss Hafsa, kindly take start.
Yes, sir. I am going to take start. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, speakers, researchers, and participants. Here is Hafsa Sarfraz, and I am going to host today's symposium. I had recently completed my master's in plant breeding and genetics from University of Agriculture, Faisalabad. Besides my educational career, I am serving as the General Secretary at Vita Nova International Alliance for Sciences. On behalf of the Vita Nova International Alliance for Sciences, it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to the first International Symposium on Artificial Intelligence in Medical Research. Today, we gather to explore the transformative power of AI and its profound impact on medical innovation. Our symposium is a platform for sharing knowledge, sparking new collaborations, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible in healthcare and research. We have an incredible lineup of experts ready to share their groundbreaking insights. So, if you have any queries, you can write in the chat and your questions will be addressed. So, without further delay and taking your time, let's move to the official start of our symposium. To kick off our symposium, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Shakira Ghaznavi. She is serving as a research scientist at Pakistan Agriculture Research Council, Islamabad. She is going to present on the role of artificial intelligence in transforming drug discovery. Dr. Shakra, the stage is yours. You can start now. Thank you so much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, can you see my screen, students? If yes, so I can start. Please
Yes,
facilitate me that.
doctor.
Okay,
Your
okay.
screen is visible.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, okay, dear students. No, today I will explain the artificial role in new drug discovery, right? So look at this. You can say a research paper, or you can say news from authentic source that scientists discovered the first new antibiotics in over 60 years by using AI, right? So a student from a, you can say, well-known university identify a new antibacterial compound, and this compound can easily be used to just combat the, you can say, infection that can not be overcome without using the antibiotics, right? So what is the magic behind that? The use of deep learning algorithm to just find out a unique, you can say, compound which can be used to build a new, you can say, drug to fight against different types of, you can say, microbial strains and other things. So AI is a new drug discovery, means it's a new area where you can say deep learning, machine learning, and other algorithms technology can use to speed up and then can improve the process of what finding, designing, and developing of new medicine, right? So today I will explain a little bit about the use of AI to screen out a unique compound for build a new drug. So AI, students, AI is not longer an option subject today. It's a, you can say, a need. As a scientist, as a student, as a research, it's your duty, it's your responsibility to understand this technology to speed up your research outcome, right? So what is AI? A simple way to understand it. AI is just a software that can learn, that can analyze and adopt based upon data, right? So AI is a software which can be used to you can say learn, analyze, and adopt the data. And that software can be loaded to any device. If you're working on the smart card, then you can develop the software and load that you can software into the device, and that device is can be called as a smart card, drone, and laptop. So it means AI is a brain and any device can be a body. So it's a brain body relationship. For example, just like you install a app on your phone to do different types of job. So brain is AI and software is your mobile, and that is the phone become a smartphone. If you're working on some new drug, so AI is a brain, software is new compound, and you can be it a smart drug, right? So, secondly, the concept of AI, machine learning, and deep learning. AI is a just a you can say is a technology that help machine to think and learn like a human being, a like living things, right? So it's learn from trend and pattern. On the other hand, machine learning is an application of AI where simple data are fed, and then machine can learn from that data, and then it can be used to solve different types of problem. On the other hand, it's the deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning which use the neural network and use different types of complex data, right? Now, what is the requirement of new drug discovery? If you are working on new drug, you have to use these things. You have a fair, reliable data. You have a computer power. You have some knowledge of algorithm and tool, and then you have a deep knowledge or domain knowledge of your drug discovery. And then you have to involve some programming or programming related things, right? Some computer scientist, or you have to learn programming and use these data and algorithm and domain knowledge, computer power to build some new model. If you're simply simplify your you can say AI data, 50% should be your data. That should be the main you can say think to clean, organize, and processing data. It will be your input data. 25% you have a domain knowledge. If you're working on new drug discovery, you have to see what type of the compound you have to screen out from a huge you can say compounds from a data bank. 50% you should be a programming, and then 5% maybe some AI, machine learning, deep learning, modeling knowledge, and then some tool and other things, right? So you have to be very careful regarding the learning of deep learning, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. For discovering a fine type of drug, you have to simplify your you can say workflow as well. So it's little bit about the concept of AI software, tools, model, algorithm, right? So these are different types of software like AI software, you can say models, algorithm, other things, right? So here, what is the basic thing? Basic thing is you have some knowledge regarding the knowledge of your you can say domain knowledge. Another thing is the knowledge of artificial intelligence, knowledge of software, tool, model, algorithm, right? Like the use of machine to stimulate human reasoning for tasks like the new drug discovery. Software is an application that allow the scientists to use the AI platform, or you can say workflow in any type of you can.
Sorry for inconvenience, Ma'am Shakira. Am I
Yes,
audible?
yes, please.
Ma'am, is your first slides going on still? Now, now it's on AI software tools. Yeah.
I think there is a problem regarding this. So thank you so much for correction. So can I just
Now, now you, yeah.
yes? Okay, there is a problem right then. So we can start here right now. Here's this slide. Yes, here's my first slide where I just explain the role of deep learning to just discover a new antibiotic, right? After 60 years. Here I will just explain few, you can say simple word of AI. AI is a software, and that software can learn, and then we can you can say put this software in any type of device. If you're working on the new compound discovery, you have to build to understand the, or you can say predict a new compound, then that add this compound in any type of, you can say, device where you're working, right? So on the other hand, the concept of AI, machine learning, deep learning, this was the slide. And then the concept of I would love to just explain this slide. Simplify ratio to do AI in drug discovery, right? You have to be very careful regarding the domain knowledge, the data, and then some type of programming, machine learning, deep learning, modeling, and tool, and other things, right? So what about the concept of AI software tool model algorithm? I uh, have to explain these things in little bit light to you. Have to you peoples are just are working on different types of biological sectors, so you have to be very careful regarding these concepts. Like AI is a just a, like you can say it's a you can say it's a branch of computer science. It's just like a branch of thermodynamics, a branch of physics. So software, these are the application which can be used to just flow workflow of one type of students which are working on the new drug discovery. And if you're talking about the tool, these are the framework and libraries that support the building of machine learning model, right? If you're talking about model, these are trained system that learn from your data. If you're working on the new discovery, you have to learn about model, and then train that model will train that learn from your data, and to make prediction or classify the drug discovery potential related compound and the non-drug discovery potential related compound. And little bit about algorithm, these are a set of rule or mathematical step that used to build different types of you can say model, right? If you talk about the machine learning, deep learning, and AI, and there is this different types of, uh, you can say types like supervised, unsupervised neural network, genetic divide. But in the new that discovery, where I will just explain it that whether this compound can be used to make a new drug or not, we have to use the supervised, you can say, learning, where I will try to just predict, classify a new compound, whether this compound had some ability to give a unique or novel drug in future or not, right? Okay, the concept of AI data, it's very much important in this, you can say, presentation. High quality data, reliable data, that will be a input. Data collection, data processing, and data integration would be the big step for your research. You have to collect the data, right? You have to collect the data. What type of data? You have to collect data from your lab. You have to collect data from your public resources. You have to collect data from public related data. Some data can be taken from that these type of source. They are just working on new drug, right? So data is a main source. Data is the backbone. Data is a, you can say, a main thing which can be used to build a new novel drug. If data is garbage, your new drug will be a garbage. If data is unique, your new drug will be a unique. So data collection, laboratory experiment. You can take data from sensor. It's up to you what type of things you are working on your lab. If you are working on new drug discovery, you have to uh, gather or collect the data from your lab, and you have to work hard to gather this data, right? Sometimes publicly available data, just like NCBI, you can easily taken that data from these sources as well. Then there are some type of collections tools as well. MSM, NRM, or as instrument can be used, concern machine can be used, biosensor can be used to take different types of data for your, you can say, machine learning deep learning model. Then after that, you have to process your data to just clean up the libraries, and you can, you have to in that position that your data can be uploaded into the, you can say, softwares, or other you can say model building tools, right? So if you're talking about drug and AI model selection, you have to select your model as well. It all depend upon your goal. If I am talking about the new drug discovery, we have to use this classification model to select best strain which can be used to build a new drug. So there is some issue regarding drug discovery. What type of issue? High cost. Discovering and developing a single new drug is a cost billion of dollar, right? So it's a very, you can say, laborious thing to just clean out a unique compound from a data. So drug discovery is very much, you can say, difficult for a student to just screen out a unique drug related compound from the data, right? On the other hand, it takes almost 10 to 15 years. Look at this, 10 to 15 years to just bring a new drug in the market, from idea to in the market. Look at this. Almost a single child can be into a 6 or 7 class. You imagine this time, 15 years to just bring a unique, you can say, drug from idea to market. So I will tell you people about the different types of hurdles regarding this 10 to 15 years drug. And 90% of the drug fail during the clinical trial as well. After 50 years, 90% has the chance that drug failed during clinical trials. And what is the basic reason? Lack of efficiency, unexpected toxicity, poor availability. These are the things after, you just imagine, after 15 years, you just have idea that your drug is failed. And diseases which are you're talking about, like cancer, mental diabetes, and what multiple gene, pathway, and environmental factor. So identify the right target is very difficult for a human being, right? So you have to be very careful regarding data collection, the exact compound, and without involving the machine, deep learning, machine learning model, you can't identify a exact right target for, you can say, controlling these type of diseases, right? So secondly, if you people just say that the any type of, you can say, drug without AI will take almost 15 years. If you are involved the machine learning, deep learning model, you can cut down these years into almost half another, right? So AI can speed up the drug discovery by predicting the best drug candidate, identify the right target, which is very difficult without, you can say, involving the machine learning and other things. So before wasting time and money in the lab. So what's the magic behind? We have experimental proof of that, right? What is an ideal drug candidate? You have to be very careful regarding searching of a new, you can say, uh, issue in your lab. What is issue in your lab? You are searching on the ideal drug candidate in your lab. What is ideal drug candidate? That should have selective target, you can say, right, high binding affinity. It's only example. Low target activity drug, it's example, like good stability, right, safe metabolism. It's just a, you can say, example. So if you are working on ideal drug candidate, you have to be careful regarding these things should be there after, before making any type of drug. Secondly, AI candidate prediction goal. AI model, deep learning model can easily be used to just screen out this unique ideal drug candidate. You can use CNN, you can do RNN, diffusion method, other things. And after using these things, you can easily screen out this ideal drug candidate from a million of untested compounds which are freely available in the drug bank, right? So, no, the experimental proof. If you are working on lab and your title is prediction the suitable compound for preparation of new drug, you have to follow these steps, classification steps, right? Number one step, define a problem in your lab. High potency strain, right? The compound which can be used to build the which can be used to build the new drug. Secondly, low potential strain. These are the, you can say, basic criteria to classify the drug candidate, right? Then you have to collect the data, then feature selection, features extraction, selection, splitting, model selection, and then if model is good, you have to use this model in your, you can say, lab and other agencies as well. So number one step is the collection of data. It's a main step. If you're working on new drug, you have to follow these different types of common new compound database, like PubChem, drug bank, zinc database, right? So if you are working on protein and drug target, then you have to use protein data bank, PDB, right? KEG, pathway showing how drug affect the biological system. So here's example. If a researcher find that a protein cause cancer, they can search PDB for structure. Then they have to use zinc to find the molecule that might block it. And finally, they have to use drug bank to see if any similar drug already exists or not. So there is a, you can say, complex mechanism to identify a unique compound from a million of compound which are present in that different types of data available. And there is a, you can say, only the you can say is only the practice, only the domain knowledge, and only the novel thinking in your mind that what type of thing can be used to search out the unique compound from the these compounds. So it's only knowledge. So make sure machine learning, deep learning, and AI, these are just like a machine. But in your mind, you have to be very much clear in that point that in your mind, the idea will be there. Without idea, you can't use machine learning to build a new drug. So idea is on in your lab, in your mind, in your thinking. So idea, if idea is unique, then your drug will be unique. If idea is, you can say, garbage, and then the drug will be fail at the end of the experiment, right? So this is an example of data collection. If you are working on PubChem, you can just write search for penicillin V. Here's a compound. You have to be very careful, and then you have to use this compound, and then just build your own lab data bank, your own lab database for your own use to just plain use this data for machine learning deep learning model. Here is an example of putting the, you can say, main things, right? So focus in this type of things, the main things for making new type of, you can say, model. Use your data in different types of sources: online data bank, your own lab data bank, your own lab making some so can say data repository. So it's all depend on your own domain knowledge, right? Then data process, loading the data, use different types of library to load your data set, right? And then check the missing value data types, then handling the missing value. It's a very laborious work, but if your data is good, then no need of doing anything. If your data is garbage, then you have to clean your data by using different types of, you can say, things, libraries and other things. So it's all about you. If your data is good, you are a fair researcher, you have a good data in hand, then you can accept these type of things from your research as well. After that, data pre-processing and data collection, you have to just take new, you can say, features extraction from the data. What is your requirement? You are working on the cancer causing drug discovery, compound selection, or other things. So it's all about you. Based upon your knowledge, you have to accept the feature from this data, right? Then after the data extraction, you have to select your feature from that data, right? So sometimes not a lot of feature may be useful, but use different types of your library to just clean out the best feature for your model. Then split your data into train and test, and then see whether there is some type of mistake in your data or not. So you have to train your data set. Only I need a high potential compound which can be used at the end of the, you can say, experiment, that these are the best ideal candidate which can be used to make a new drug, right? So after that, you have to select different types of model. These are, if you are using classification, you have supervised machine learning algorithm. They can train your data, build multiple decision based upon your data. Then they predict high potency and low potency. Then final prediction, majority vote from these trees. It's all about the science, mathematics, and stats, right? So use that case. You have a some type of strain which can be used to make new drug. You have to classify them to high potential compound or low potential to, and classify compound is a new drug. It's all depends upon you. And after doing all these hard working, you have some result in the form of, you can say, table, figures, and other things, which can easily be predict with the help of, you can say, some expert. If you have some expertise as well in your mind, you can also, you can say, build your own model as well. So you have to be very careful by for selection of model, for selection of data, for selection of other things, right? So here's a unique, you can say, our ongoing lab research, where we have just used these model, and then summary of these model data pre-processing, data splitting, model fitting, and at the end we have a model in our hand. We can easily predict a unique compound from the, you can say, untested compound. So the steps of using AI in drug discovery: data collection. AI need data from data bank, right? Data including chemical structure, protein target, disease pathway, clinical trial, right? Then target identification. Secondly, this slide is very much important for you people, right? Follow these steps. So follow these steps, and you have to see little bit. I have some issue in charging. Okay. Steps for using AI in drug discovery: data collection. Main step: fair data, reliable data, clean data, and that would be a good idea for, you can say, development of new drug. If your lab have a unique compound that have a unique properties, then why not? That compound can be a new drug in the world. It can be. It's not a, you can. It's not a magic that Dr. Shaka is what just saying, and some magical things that we can build a new drug. So why not? If you have a AI in your hand and you have a domain knowledge, a unique idea in your mind, ask AI to do something for you to just build a new drug. Secondly, target identification. AI studies biological data to identify your unique protein and gene that cause a gene disease, right? For example, AI find a unique protein that control that cancer growth. Then drug candidate prediction. AI model like deep learning model screen million of compound. Look at this million of compound, not a one or two. If from your two hands you only test or screen two or three compound per day, or you can say per year, maybe. You can't screen or scan million of compound to predict which one can be bind that target. So it's a magic here. Here is a magic example. AI predict which chemical can block that cancer causing protein. Simple, simple. Here you can see it's just quite simple to just train your machine to give a that protein that block the cancer causing protein. Then virtual screening and docking. AI stimulate how drugs will fit into the protein active site like a key or in a lock. It will save your time comparing the test in the lab first. Drug optimization. AI improve drug molecule for better safety, stability, absorption, fewer side effect. Preclinical trial and clinical prediction. AI can even predict toxicity, side effect, dosing before real experiment. Here is the magic. AI can help design better clinical trial by selecting the suitable right patient. And finally, AI can even help in the lab testing. The good candidate drug can use in cell, animal, and at the end, finally at human. So look at this, the beauty of the AI. Look at the beauty. So you people have to be very careful, and you have to very lucky that you, in our age, we have to screen or search out million of compounds by million of peoples, and it's and these things only in our mind, right? These are not real, these are just illusions. But you people can use the to scan these million of untested compound to block these type of, you can say, diseases like cancer causing protein. Again, I'm just giving us few background. about data collection. So you people can use these slides and do some practice at home as well. Data collection, target, drug candidate prediction, virtue screening, docking, drug observation, preclinical trial, and finally, AI can speed up the drug discovery by predicting the best drug candidate before wasting time and money in the lab. Here's some, you can say, programming behind the scene which will be going on if you're working on AI in machine learning, right? So here's some machine learning model as well where you can use. If you're working on your, you can say, model, here is a unique, you can say, right? Look at this screen. Here, we have our lab developed AI-based, you can say, copyright model where we just predict a unique, you can say, strain which can use to build a new product. So you people can have an idea that we got a Pakistan copyright as well based upon our idea. Niga probiotic product, we have a copyright in our hand in September 2024, and within 2 or 3 months we have this copyright. And what is ideal behind? Only a unique idea, right? So we use these, you can say, copyright and build a new, you can say, biological product as well, like yeast and other things, right? So we have some research collaboration where we can use expertise of Dr. Mustansar. He's a director of AI in University of East London. He's working on the idea, right, chatbot for new drug and other things. So you might have some idea of and search or Dr. Mustansar London AI, where we just built a new drug discovery. Here's an experiment proof how machine learning can healthcare. Again, if you're working on the prediction of breast cancer drug discovery, then you have to follow these steps. Gather the data from the online data bank, then build a, here is our new built model as well. Machine learning based tool for anti-cancer prediction, HAAACP, it's our own abbreviation. A generic sport vector machine tool for anti-cancer prediction using amino acid composition, right? So after making all these things, you have to be careful that you can also build a model. If model is good, you can earn the money and you can also have a good paper in your hand. But the AI technology drives, you have to be very careful regarding data privacy and other things. Researcher must be used without involving potential harm. Future is that we have to use nature, you can say, very huge, you can say, computer to analyze the data. What is the challenge? The quality and quantity of the data should be fair, and innovation in cloud computing and hardware such as GPUs should be there to analyze the data. Recommendation: integrate. Here is my advice to you people, that integrate AI with traditional method. Don't stop your research that no, here is AI, I don't use my old method. Dear students, integration AI with traditional method will give you a unique or ideal idea which can be used to build a new model, right? So collaboration with the different types of, you can say, AI based companies to speed up your search. So again, AI is not longer an optional subject. It's very much, you can say, a need for a student teacher to just use AI in their technologies. So thank you so much. If you have any question, you can talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shakira, for such an insightful session. Guys, if you have any question, you can write in the chat. We will take 2 or 3 questions because we are going to shortage of time. Our next speaker is waiting for us. So if you have any question, write it quickly. We will wait for 1 or 2 minutes, otherwise we will move next. I think there is no question, and Moisa's slides will be shared with you. Thank you so much, Dr. Shakra, for such an insightful session and for your presence today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. So, guys, let's move towards our next speaker and continue our session. Our next speaker is Dr. Taskeen Rizvi. She is a renowned professor from Hamdard University, Punjab. Her presentation title is From Genome to Algorithm Addressing Bias and Oversight in AI Driven Disease Research. Guys, where Dr. Taskeen is going join shortly. And don't worry about the attendance. If you are in the session, your attendance will be considered. Just write your name in the chat. So, guys, our next speaker is Dr. Taskeen Fatma Rizvi, a renowned professor from Hamdard University, Punjab. Her presentation title is From Genome to Algorithm Addressing Bias and Oversight in AI Driven Disease Research. So, please join me to welcome Dr. Taskeen Rizvi. Ma'am, you can start now. The floor is yours. Dr. Teskin, is I audible to you? Actually, we are unable to listen you. Oh, she left. I think there is a connectivity issue at her side. So wait, guys.
Am I audible now? Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Am I audible?
Walaikum salam. Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Please continue.
Thank you very much, and I'm extremely sorry for this inconvenience caused by a disconnection of my microphone. Good evening, everyone, and I congratulate the Vita Nova International Alliance for Scientists for organizing first international symposium on artificial intelligence in medical research. So it is a distinct honor to present before you. And I'm also passionate about the transformative power of AI in healthcare, particularly in genomic medicine. Today we will delve into a critical and timely topic, that is from genome to algorithm, and addressing bias and oversight in AI driven disease research. So the goal is to ensure the fairness and accountability as AI integrates into medical research, and more especially in genomics. As we embrace the incredible potential of AI in unraveling the complexities of human health, it is imperative that we also confront the ethical challenges, and specifically bias and the need for robust oversight to ensure equitable and effective healthcare solutions for all. So let's begin by appreciating the profound impact AI is already having on genomic medicine. AI analyzes vast genetic datasets to personalize treatments, tailoring them to individual responses and disease predispositions. A true embodiment of precision medicine. In drug discovery, AI accelerates the process by rapidly identifying new targets and optimizing drug design. Furthermore, AI significantly enhances early disease detection by recognizing subtle patterns in genomic data, enabling timely interventions and looking ahead. AI's ability to generate synthetic data promises to improve representation in training datasets, addressing crucial gaps in minority populations. The promise of AI in precision medicine is truly remarkable. It personalizes treatments, enhances drug discovery speed and accuracy, and facilitates earlier disease detection, ultimately improving patient outcomes through tailored therapeutic approaches. But this promising future hinges on a robust workflow merging diverse data, training models on quality data, evaluating outcomes diligently, and maintaining continuous feedback loop to refine our AI algorithms. AI enhances target identification, it supports professional medicine and aids in designing compounds and accelerates clinical trials. This presents a lot of opportunities for innovative approaches, market expansion, cost reduction, and enhanced collaboration between artificial intelligence and life sciences. Artificial intelligence uses predictive analytics, pattern recognition, and real time monitoring for early disease detection. It facilitates risk stratification and customized screening protocols, enabling timely interventions. However, as we harness this power, we must critically address the inherent challenges, particularly the pervasive problem of bias in AI systems. Bias can manifest in several critical areas, such as data collection bias in training datasets, historical bias from previous systems, algorithmic bias affecting patient outcome, and development bias within institutional framework. So we will discuss about the data collection bias now. Our training data sets often suffer from limited representation from diverse populations, leading to skewed results and flawed decisions. If the data lacks diversity, our AI models will inherit and amplify these disparities, leading to unequal treatment access for marginalized communities, hence eroding the trust and poses significant regulatory challenges. So, we need a regulatory focus and ethical standard that prioritize equitable data collection and inclusive research. Second is historical bias from AI models, or we can say that historical bias were from previous systems. Historical bias arise from limited data sets, outdated protocols, inequitable trainings, and systemic disparities. A lack of scrutiny during algorithmic development allows biases to persist. Societal prejudices can be inadvertently replicated in algorithms, perpetuating past inequalities in AI predictions. and affecting healthcare applicability. So, recognizing algorithmic bias requires diverse data collection, bias detection tools, model transparency, and ethical oversight. Continuous evaluation and community engagements are also essential. So, development bias originates from data limitations and historical prejudices. Insufficient oversight during algorithmic development can allow biases to persist unchecked, further intensifying the problem. Validation and continuous monitoring are vital to ensure fairness. The racial bias affects algorithmic accuracy, leading to disparity. However, implementing diverse sets for AI training can enhance fairness and equity in healthcare. There is a case study based on a landmark study published in 2019 in Science. It showed racial bias in a commercial algorithm used by U.S. health systems to predict patient needs. The algorithm systematically aligned lower risk to equally sick black patients compared to white patients, resulting in an unequal care. The AI was trained on historical healthcare spending data, which reflected lower spending on black patients, leading to algorithm to incorrectly conclude they were healthier. This illustrates how human bias in data can be amplified by AI. So this biasness resulted in lowest benefit to the black patients who were falsely marked as healthy during the algorithmic bias. Okay.
Ma'am, sorry for interruption. Let me
Yes.
confirm on which slide you are. Like we are seeing
I'm
only
on
second
slide
slide.
12. Slide 12.
Oh, your slide is not moving.
Okay, basically I am online from two systems. I'm getting offline from one system. So is it correct now?
Actually, currently we are seeing the second slide.
Oh, I'm very extremely sorry for that. It's happening with you.
And
Uh, let me
now
connect
it's
it.
moving. Now it's moving.
It's moving because I was connected simultaneously from two systems. So you are getting voice from system one and slides from system two in order to
Okay.
resolve this issue. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So am I able to go for? Just not going on. Okay, it's fine now.
Yes, ma'am, it's fine. Now we're seeing 12 slide.
We were discussing about the case of biasness that resulted in lower benefit to black patients. So, how we can mitigate these biases and ensure responsible AI innovation? So, data diversity is fundamental. We must proactively seek and integrate diverse data sources representing all population groups to ensure model accuracy and relevance, as increased diversity correlates with better AI outcomes. So, mitigating bias involves data diversity, regular audits, transparent models, and collaborative approaches. Data collection initiatives are paramount to address bias proactively. Increased diversity in data can improve model accuracy. Programs like the NIH All of US program aim for increased participant diversity. Significant funding is being allocated for inclusive genomic research. Federated learning allows models to be trained as decentralized sources without transferring sensitive data. This approach adheres to compliance standards, ensures data security, and enhances training efficiency. Synthetic data generation augments datasets, preserves privacy, and enables bias testing. It's crucial for training models and fostering collaborations. Integrating multi-omics data requires data harmonization, robust analytical frameworks, and collaborative platforms. Implementing real-time monitoring and patient-centric models will drive personalized healthcare. Alg- Algorithmic fairness relies on data diversity, transparent algorithms, proactive monitoring, and human oversight. These points lead to equitable access, increased user trust, effective bias mitigation, and ensured clinical relevance of AI.
Ma'am, your slides is not moving again.
Okay, let me check it. Is it fine now?
Yes, it's fine, but it's stuck every time. Let's see. You can continue now.
Is it fine? Is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am, it's fine.
Are these moving?
Yes.
Okay. So, ex- developing explainable AI system enhances trust and understanding by providing clear decision-making rationales. This allows us to scrutinize and understand how AI arrives at its conclusions, fostering confidence among users and stakeholders. We need intuitive user interfaces, regular model auditing, feedback mechanisms, and transparency reports. Bias detection and monitoring need to implement systematic tools for assessing and continuously monitoring for bias in algorithms and their outputs, conducting regular audits to identify and rectify potential issues in real time. Several toolkits and resources are available for bias detection, including the AI Fairness 360 Toolkit, FearLearn, and the what if tool and causal AI methods. Establishing robust framework for governance and accountability is non-negotiable. This includes stakeholders engagement, regulatory compliance, bias monitoring, transparency measures, ethical training, and periodic audits.
Ma'am, sorry for interruption, but slide is stuck at 18 again.
What is going on? Is it moving now?
Can you please deselect the full screen option? Just remain here.
Is it fine?
Yes.
So, establishing robust frameworks for governance and accountability is non negotiable. It includes engagement of stakeholders, compliance from regulatory bodies, and monitoring of bias, and transparency measures, and training for ethical concern and periodic audits. Okay, so I have to go manually to the next slide now. Is it fine? Is it working now?
Yes, it's working now. Thank you so much.
Sorry for inconvenience. Regulatory updates emphasize data transparency, monitoring, continuous evaluation, and rigorous assessments. Key considerations include establishing a strong framework, adhering to ethical standards, promoting healthcare equity, and clearly defining the accountability measures. Human in the loop oversight. As per human in the loop oversight, the clinicians must remain central and must be validating AI decisions and providing their feedbacks in order to maintain accountability and ethical considerations. This framework involves continuous training, clinician feedback, model auditing, decision support, patient involvement, bias monitoring, ethical guidelines, and transparency practices are essential to maintain the human in the loop oversight. AI in healthcare faces a significant bias challenge with 70% of models showing bias due to incomplete datasets. Data diversity is critical. The market shows promising growth, and a diverse data integration can lead to a almost 30% increase in artificial intelligence performance. The future lies in the seamless integration of multi-omics data and has required data harmonization, integration of advanced techniques, or we can say the advanced integration techniques, and collaborative approaches must be adopted, and models should be patient-centered or patient-centric models for enhancement of the personalization. The causal AI advancement should be adopted, and these are crucial for integrating data sources, implementing transparency tools, and keeping monitoring for biases, and adopting a robust governance framework. Continuous monitoring involve regular audits, specific performance metrics, and feedback from users. And further, ongoing bias evaluation must be adopted in order to keep the continuous monitoring. So, responsible innovation in AI for healthcare is paramount. In conclusion, the journey from genome to algorithm holds immense promise for revolutionizing healthcare. But it is a journey we must embark on responsibly. We face a significant bias challenge with 70% of AI models showing bias due to incomplete datasets. However, innovative solutions focused on data diversity can lead to a 30% increase in AI performance with diverse data integration. So, we truly realize the potential of AI in healthcare. We must emphasize data diversity, integrating bias, integrating diverse populations in datasets is crucial to mitigate biases. Further enhancing ethical oversights, the robust governance frameworks are essential to ensure the responsible AI applications, and focus on algorithmic transparency is required by utilizing explainable AI builds understanding and trust in AI decisions. Commitment to continuous monitoring and ongoing assessments of AI performance are necessary to reveal and address potential biases and disparities. By fostering responsible innovation, prioritizing ethical AI standards, AI designs, ensuring data privacy, uh, and security, and upholding transparency and accountability, we can harness the full power of AI to maintain a healthier, more equitable future for all. And thank you, and extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused by disconnection of microphone and then stop of the screen sharing. And I put my maximum efforts to speed up so that you can carry on with the next speaker. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for listening. Is there any
Thank you
question?
so much, Miss, for being here and such an insightful session. Guys, if you have any questions, you can take 1 or 2 questions in 1 or 2 minutes. You can write in the chat. I think there is not any other question. Thank you so much, doctor, for being here today and such an insightful session. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Here is our next speaker, Dr. Hussein Al Amin. Sir, you can start now. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure, sure.
Sir, could I share the screen? Are you going
No,
to
no, no,
share?
no, no problem. I can share. So you guys can see my
Okay,
screen,
much.
right? You guys can see my screen. Anyone? Any volunteers?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible. You can continue.
Well, so thank you so much. So fantastic. So this is Dr. Hussein Amin. I'm a health tech specialist and global policy analyst. So today I would like to share and so, on the topic of the precision predictions and prevention, AI in the heart of medical innovation. So, what are the contents? Basically, the three contents I would like to deliver. One is the precisions, another is the predictive analytics and healthcares, and another is the proactive healthcare strategies. So, can anyone tell me about what is precision medicines? Any volunteers? আপু আমার ভাই দেখতেছে well so anyone anybody any volunteers have you know about the precision medicine well okay so no volunteers anyone wanted to share anything in the chat box you can share if you know about the precision medicine. Well, I think so nobody is so interested about the precision medicine, but this is the future of the healthcare sciences. So we would like to talking about the three things. One is the precision medicine, second is the predictive analytics in healthcare, and third thing is the preventive healthcare strategies. So what is basically the precision medicine? Let's talk about the precision medicine. You know about right now what's happened in the world. We are not getting enough treatment regarding the personalized care. So there is no elements in the world that has been talking about the personalized treatment. If I talking about yourself that let's say you are going to the doctors, have you get some personalized treatment? No personalized treatment has been provided. It's all about like the template treatment of hypertension, template treatment of the diabetes, or something like that. So, what precision medicine is occurs, it's literally focusing on the personalized treatment. So, this precision medicine treatment that individuals, your genetic, your environmental, your lifestyle factors, and ultimately that is improving your efficacy and minimizing the side effects. So that is personalized treatment. So right now we are not taking any personalized treatment. It's all about the comprehensive treatments regarding following the treatment, following the template. So right now treatment approach is called the template based treatment. But what we would like to focus is about the personalized treatment that will include your genetic, your environment, your lifestyle, and covering all these things. Second thing is genetic insight. By understanding the genetic factors, clinician can easily predict the disease risks and ultimately tailor the prevention strategies to reduce the morbidity. You know all about that hypertension and diabetes. About 90% of the causes is the asymptomatic causes. But you can easily, if you go for the some genetic markers, you can go for some predictive analytics. Everything is possible if you go for the the prediction, precision medicine. And the cost effectiveness is very important because when there is a targeted interventions can reduce your unnecessary treatments. If you know about the environment, if you know about the lifestyle factors, if you know about the efficacy, what you need and what you need about your personalized care, So ultimately you don't need to go to the hospital, you don't need to go for the unnecessary treatment. So that ultimately enhancing the healthcare system and sustainable of yourself. So personalized treatment, genetic insight, and cost effectiveness, these three things is combined and give you the fantastic precision medicine information. So what are the AI tools and techniques we are basically using? So number one is a machine learning algorithm. AI system is analysis about the complex data sets. Whatever we are talking about the data, when there is a complex data set that is identify the pattern that suggests the optical therapeutic approaches for the patients. So normally what's happening in the hospital system, a lot of the hospital system is usually right now in the manual process, they are writing the prescriptions by the paper. So when we are talking about or calling about the paperless work, we are using the electronic health record systems. That means we are getting all the data, and all the data we are using by the unique health ID number. So all the information of these patients has been saved on this data set. So when all the data sets are being there, so we can easily identify the patterns that can suggest the optical therapeutic approaches for the patient. Second thing is predictive modeling, right? When there is advanced analytics, you have the lot of the data, so you can easily go for the predictive analytics that can forecast us about your disease progressions, that can give you the treatment outcome, and it can help you to assisting in the immediate modification of the healthcare plan. So before you are going for any sickness or illness of the diseases, your data set can provide you the predictive modeling when your next heart attack will be happen, so you can get your notification in your app as well, right? Third thing is genomic sequencing. AI easily interprets about the genomic data very quickly, very accurately, and it can streamline your identification of the mutation relevant of the patient treatments. A lot of the cancers we see due to the genomic mutation. So once we are correcting or thinking about these genomic sequences may changes to the cancer, so we can streamlining the process so the generation can be saved by this cancer or something like that. So that is the very basic AI tools and techniques related with the precision medicine. What are the case and studies we can do? Number one is the oncology treatment. The AI is basically assisting in identifying a lot of the genetic profiles that is a very best response to the specific cancer therapies, that can increasing the remissions rate, because once you have known about the genetics, once you have know about the mutation, so you can be giving the better and best oncology treatments regarding the personalized treatment of this patient specific. Second thing is the rare disease diagnosis. So the lot of the diagnosis is still now the asymptomatic, maybe not the right diagnosis, maybe a lot of the subtle clinical features. We cannot go for the final diagnosis, final treatment. So we can using this rare disease very diagnosis by using our AI power tool that can detect our subtitle clinical features, ultimately genetic ambiguities, accelerating the diagnosis of the rare conditions as well. Third thing is the cardiovascular care. So, the lot of the cardiovascular diseases ultimately that is very important, that can reduces our risk factors as well. So we can reducing a lot of the cardiovascular complications as well. And ultimately this is very important because AI enhances the treatment of the integrating genomics, imaging, and clinical data, and our cardiovascular risk event has been developing very reduces because cardiovascular is a very important disease, and 67% of the death is right now in the NCD. So once we have connecting about which genes is the possible for the hypertension or something like that, we can usually understand. So this case study and application is very useful for our precision medicine. Well, so yes, so go for the next slide. So then we have talking about the precision medicine. Right now, we would like to focus about the predictive analytics in the healthcare. So what about that? In the predictive models and algorithm, this is the very basic three things. Number one is the machine learning. Second is the risk stratifications, and third is the diagnostic accuracy. So what are the predictive models basically? Number one, what data we are talking about? The machine learning. We have done the advanced algorithm that is analyzes the complex data sets that can identify your pattern, that can predict the disease progression and tailor the personalized treatment. That I am talking earlier. When you have the data, you can analyze the data, you can complex data set into your pattern so that you can go for some disease progressions and you can ensure the personalized treatment. So machine learning is very important. Second thing is The risk stratifications. When there is a predictive model, there is an individual risk level for the various health conditions. That may be for the hypertension, that is different, for the diabetes, that is different, for the cancer, that is different. So when there is a predictive model, you can easily identify the individual risk level, and you can easily provide the intervention according to the patient need. And definitely you can provide your resources according to the patient diagnosis. Third thing is the diagnostic accuracy. That the data driven algorithm give you the 100% diagnostic precisions across the medical records and the laboratory test. The lot of the patients we are getting just getting the lab test, some imaging, but they have some genetic diseases, but we have not genomic sequencing. We don't know about what genes has been developed, how it's worked. So there is a misdiagnosis and chance and ultimate treatment delay, and maybe some complication develop. So when you have the data, this data driven algorithm enhances your diagnostic, provide you the very perceptive things, and ultimately misdiagnosis has been reducing and treatment can be easily started. Well, so the next thing is also very important that we wanted to work. So what are the patient's outcome? Let's say you are a patient. I'm a doctor, but let's say I'm also a patient, even though you are a patient. So what is your outcome? Number one is early intervention. What's happened right now. When you are sick, you are go to the hospitals, even to the doctors. But if you are not sick, you are not able to go to the doctor chamber or something like that, even the hospital, because we are not belief on the early intervention. Let's say I am a 30 years old, but I have a no risk factor, so I think I haven't any diseases. But it's very well every single person. So when she has some kind of the diet problem, maybe lack of the discipline, maybe they are unhealthy food taking, maybe they are not physically exercise. So ultimately what's happened, there is a risk factors, and risk factors turn into the diseases. So when you have the data, and ultimately AI can predict everything else, so there is an early intervention. So predictive analytics basically provide you the timely medical intervention. Ultimately, your prognosis has been improving, and healthcare costs. Definitely, if we have the early intervention, you will minimize the surgery. You will minimize your cancer treatment. Even though radio and chemotherapy is very expensive, but if you know about the risk factors very early, analyze this very early, and provide your personalized treatment accordingly. So ultimately, you can get a very good patient outcomes. Even your health is very good. Even your family are cut off less amount of the money, and ultimately government will give the less money. So a lot of good things for the government as well. Second thing is the treatment customizations. AI ultimately provide you the personal treatment plan, improving effectiveness, and ultimately minimize your adverse effects. So what I am talking about, the personal treatment plan. Third thing is the enhanced monitoring. When you have the continuous data that is support the vigilant patient monitoring, it can give you the better management, and ultimately, a lot of the chronic conditions like hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular risk factors, even though the cancer, we can go for the very continuous monitoring systems. We can use the EMR, EHR, integrated applications, and a lot of things as well. So what about the preventive healthcare strategies? Number one is screening enhancements. When you have the AI algorithm, more screening can be done. Second thing is tailored the risk profile. When you have the data, you can identify who are the risks and who are not the risk factors. So you can analyze the genetic, lifestyle, and environmental data according to the risks. And continuous monitoring. You have the wearable devices, you have the artificial intelligence, so you can get any patient remotely, and you can monitoring lively, and ultimately by using the data, you can make some precision, you can make some prediction. Ultimately, you can able to prevent these patients from the any kind of the diseases that can hamper by himself individually as well as family, and ultimately developing a lot of the cost. So you can easily reducing the cost as well. So, what are the personalized prevention? There is a customized intervention. So, what I am talking about is all about the personalized care. So, when you have the data, you can analyze that. So, you can recommend the lifestyle changes, and you can provide some preventive measure that is very best fit for your individual, that can improving your compliance and effectiveness. Second thing is a dynamic adaptation. So, this algorithm giving you a very adjustment of preventive plan that can real time on changing health metrics and feedback. It can giving you ensuring strategies to remain relevant and effective. Third thing is the behavioral insight. It's very important because you are seeing this sessions, and after that you are going for the fast food shop and taking the burger or chicken fry, and ultimately you have definitely hypertension or diabetes. But if you are not changing your behavior, your data are not changing, and ultimately you are going to the diseases. So these AI tools can identify your patterns in behavior that can contribute to your health risks, that can offering your personalized strategies to modify what habits and reduces disease likelihood. So customized intervention, dynamic adaptation, and behavioral insight, that is very important for AI in the personalized prevention. And finally, what are the challenges and the future directions? Number one is the data privacy. When you're talking about the data, we need to ensuring the security and confidentiality of the personal health information. That is paramount as AI system increasingly utilize sensitive data for the prediction. Because if we need to know about some kind of the autoimmune disease, maybe some kind of the disease that is asymptomatic, maybe non-communicable diseases, we need a lot of the data. But what's happened to the data privacy? Because that can be breached somewhere, that can be reducing the security or confidentially. Maybe we are not following the HIPAA or other compliance as well. So data privacy is very challenging. Second thing is the integration barrier, because seamless incorporation of AI tool is very important. So if it is not integrated by your personal health system, let's say you are going to the one hospital, but one hospital is not integrated to the another hospital, so every hospital system, then you should go there and with the paper. But if it is completely interoperable and seamlessly incorporating AI tools, so it can easily incorporate to the existing healthcare system. So by using only unique health ID number, you can go to the every single hospital, clinic, or doctor's chamber. All the information has been saved, and all the doctor can easily see the whole information that you are from your childhood, then adulthood, and that all these things. So for the data, we need a one data set where you can get all access by the doctors regarding the username and password. But problem is there is no integrations incorporated right now like our LMCIs. But if it is there, all problem will be solved. Third thing is the ethical concern, right? So developing AI models is a responsibility involving some issues such as the bias, maybe some equitable access. We are not ensuring a lot of the people present in the remote area, in the village area. So a lot of the ethical concerns also be there. Sometimes AI model may not giving you the right result. So these things also very important to know either it's really working or not. Yes. So, in the sessions, I just recap what we are talking about. Basically, my topic was precision, prediction, and prevention. AI at the heart of the medical innovation. We are talk about precision medicine, predictive analytics, and preventive healthcare strategies. We know about precision medicine. This is focused on personalized treatment, genetic insight that can ensuring the cost effectiveness. AI tool we are using, machine learning algorithm, predictive modeling, and genomic sequencing. The case studies we can apply any autoimmune diseases, oncology treatment, cardiovascular care for the precision medicine. For the predictive analysis, if your precision medicine is work, predictive model can be developed by machine learning, risk stratification, diagnostic accuracy. And what are the data source we can usually is? We can EHR integration, we can make some wearable data, we can take some genomic data that commonly give you the comprehensive data set, and ultimately that can give us the real-time data. What are the impact? Patient can get the early intervention, target treatment customization, so cost has been reduced, monitoring should be increasing, and ultimately it can increasing the quality of the care of the patient. If our precision and prediction is working fine, then prevention is possible. We can increasing the screening, we can tailor the risk profiles, and continuous monitoring of the data. We can easily provide the right on-site services to the patient at actual. So we can provide the customized interventions, dynamic adaptation, and if the behavior is not changing, AI cannot be changes. But AI give you the support how to change your behavior by analyzing your data. Problem is maybe data privacy, maybe integration barrier, maybe ethical concern can provide the bad results as well. So thank you so much. This is Dr. Alamin from Bangladesh. It's a very good talking with you guys. If you have any questions, you can give forward one or two. So thank you so much from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such an informative knowledge on AI as heart of medical innovation. Guys, if you have any question, you can write in the chat box. We can take one or two questions from you. Yes, if you have any questions, please write in the chat.
Well, I got one question. How is machine learning being used to improve early diagnosis of disease like cancer, Parkinson's, where traditional methods often detect the diseases at the latest stages? Yes, that can definitely use this because, for the cancer or Parkinson's, uh, you know, so can you tell me about any scenario where you can get this either in the family or, or something like that? Okay, so you are talking about what the machine learning in Parkinson or cancer, right? The host?
Yes, sir.
Well, fantastic. Yes, because machine learning is playing a transformative role in both Parkinson's and the cancer diseases. So let's talk about the Parkinson's disease first. When there is a machine learning that can help you the early detection, monitoring, and personal treatment. So what happened to the Parkinson's diseases? In the Parkinson's diseases, the machine learning analyze voice recordings, handwriting, gait patterns, and the tremor data to detect the early PD symptoms. That means Parkinson's disease symptoms. For example, algorithm trained you the speech patterns can detect the subtitle of the vocal changes. Second thing is the disease progression monitoring. So a lot of the wearable sensors like accelerometers, gyroscopes, smartwatches that can combine with the machine learning and provide the continuous monitoring of the tremor, bradykinesia, and rigidity. And that can help you track about the medication effectiveness just like the levodopa response. Third thing is the brain imaging analysis. So this machine learning applied on MRI, PET, or data scan that image to detect the neurodegeneration in the basal ganglia. That deep learning model are from traditional radiology in the future detections. And finally, definitely the personalized treatment, right? So when there is a best medication dosages, so there is a deep brain simulation settings for each patient. So ultimately you can providing the reduce the trial and error and the treatment. So what about the cancer as well? So definitely in the cancer, deep learning can apply in the x-ray, ct scan, mri, mammography, even the histopathology slide. So ultimately Google's AI model, that can breast cancer scanning out from some radiologists as well. And for the precision oncology, mi machine learning also analyzing the genomic sequence to predict the mutation and guide the targeted therapies. And it can identify the biomarkers for immunotherapy response as well. And finally, the new cancer development, we can easily find out the new cancer drug that can predicting the molecule protein interactions and ultimately save times and cost compared to the traditional trials. So in a nutshell, if I talk about what about the focus in the Parkinson diseases, it's early detection via motor speech changes and symptom monitoring. For cancer, it can mostly use on the early detection, tumor classification, and precision therapy. For the data sets of the Parkinson, it uses wearable speech analysis and MRI PET scans. And for the cancers, genomics, histopathology, imaging, X-ray CT scan, and EHR. For the treatment load, Parkinson is focusing on the optimized DBS or medication dosing. For the cancer, it can use this as the predictive therapy, guide precision medicine. And finally, the research priority, the Parkinson disease is focusing on the digital biomarkers, progression tracking, and for the cancer, it's can mostly focusing on the early diagnosis, survival predictions, and the drug discovery. So this is from my side. Is it okay? Who have provided your questions?
Yes, sir. That's okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. So another questions of the AI tools for physician is only available limited to the healthcare system or also available in the independent public online. Yeah, yeah, it can use it. So the lot of the softwares they can easily predict your AI tools as well. So there is no worries. You can get it done definitely. Any other questions? I think another session will be starting soon. Well, another question is how can we implement AI and machine learning in the discovery in the new drug of tuberculosis? Fantastic questions. Well, am I answering? Will I answer, Anchor?
Yes, sir. You can answer the question.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Well, so what about the new drug for the tuberculosis, right? For the tuberculosis, we need to know about how AI model is using in the tuberculosis, right? And how for the new drug, even though the machine learning can how help you to find it out the new drug as well. Yes. So let's talk about the how it's working basically in the AI model. that is analyzing the genomic, transcriptomic, and the proteomic data of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and to predict the essential genes that can serve as a novel drug, targets, right? Let's say in the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, it can help to identify the enzyme like DPRE1, MMPL3, and the RNA polymerase subunits as a promising drug target. Second thing is the drug screening and lead identification. So instead of the physically testing millions of the compounds, this AI-based virtual screening predicts which molecules can effectively bind to the Mycobacterium tuberculosis targets. And the deep learning model, example, some graph neural networks, CNNs, are trained on some chemical libraries to predict drug likeness, binding affinity, and toxicity. For example, screening new analogs, let's say example of the proteomide, beta quiline, to find the safer and less toxic variants. Third thing is optimizing the existing readiness. Let's say AI model is simulate some drug-drug interactions, some PKPD models, some resistance emerging. So that can optimizing the BPLM regimens, some beta-choline, pitamoid, linezolid, and moxifloxacin. So by predicting the base doses and minimizing the side effects. Finally, the generative AI for novel molecules. So generative AI, let's say some GANs, transformers, reinforcement learning, that can easily design completely new compound against the TB targets. So that is very easy to generative AI for the novel molecules. And finally, if I see about the example in the AI in the TB drug development, some organization already have started, like some Atomwise, that they are using the deep learning for TB drug discovery. They are identifying the small molecules that inhibit the MTB enzymes. Some model like DeepSem or ML2-VEC models. So they are scanning the massive TB compound libraries with a better accuracy. And some WSU also get some initiatives, let's say some integrated machine learning for WGS-based resistance predictions to support the precision drug development. So there is a lot of the development. So you can start the Google and you can get the more information as well. Thank you. Anybody else? Any questions?
Thank you so much, sir, for being here. And I think it's clear all now. So let's move towards next speaker. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. So guys, let's move towards the next speaker. Here is our next esteemed speaker is Ms. Thara Peko. She is currently serving as co-founder of Conversa Community Myanmar. Ms. Therapeko presentation title is Emerging Trends or Artificial Intelligence in mRNA Vaccine Platforms. Ms. Therape, you can start now.
Um,
The floor is yours.
okay. May I know where I can share the screen?
Let me share the screen for you. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Actually, it's taking time. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm doing it. Miss Therape, is I audible to you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, here is the option to presenting the slides. You can select and present your PPT here.
I can see the button of presentation.
Just click on it and it will ask you to share the PPT.
Okay, I'm sorry for taking so long. Is it still not appearing on my screen? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. I am seeing the issue. Let me check what I can do. Everyone, please wait. There is an issue with slide sharing. We will start shortly. Kindly wait, everyone.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, thank you so much. So I will be sharing my screen and sorry for troubling. Okay. Okay, please let me know if my screen is visible. Hello, is my
Yes,
screen visible enough? Okay,
yes,
thank
ma'am,
you.
your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you so much. Um, Sorry for the inconvenience that I caused because my laptop is delaying. And so let me start my session. Okay, so good evening to distinguished colleagues, researchers, and innovators at Vital Novel International Alliance Science very first symposium. So I believe it's a great honor to be here and to represent my team. Today we will be sharing a topic that is transforming the world of vaccinology, the application of artificial intelligence in mRNA vaccine platforms. So when we think about the vaccines, we often picture a timeline that stretches over decades, years of trials, errors, and research before a single dose reaches the public. But in 2020, something extraordinary and a miracle happened. We witnessed the fastest vaccine development in history, the mRNA COVID-19 vaccines, created only under a year. This was not by coincidence nor solely by human effort. It was a collaboration between cutting edge biotechnology and the silent, powerful engine of artificial intelligence. So today, I would like you to walk through emerging trends of AI in mRNA vaccine platforms according to the table of contents listed in this slide. So I'm as an undergraduate student, I would like to represent all the undergraduate students here who are more than eager to contribute to the world of scientifics and to contribute to the society. So, well, actually, the need for AI in mRNA vaccine development arises from complexity of antigen selection, optimization needs, and big data era. The requirement of robust computational power for analysis and also pattern recognition in genomic and proteomic datasets. Well, despite the emerging role of AI, there are still some areas that needs to be covered, which is limited use of emerging AI methods into mRNA vaccine pipelines. And also there's also a lack of integration between AI algorithms and web lab validation. And since there are also fewer studies on AI-driven personalized vaccines, therefore, uh, uh, our work here is aimed to address the latest AI innovations in mRNA vaccine platforms and also evaluate the real world applications of AI in clinical and clinical contexts, and also future directions, which is coupled with limitations and challenges we are encountering in this field. So before we move on to why AI plays such an important role, let's quickly visit how mRNA vaccines work. So firstly, scientists need to design an mRNA sequence that encodes the gene of interest. So as usual, as we can see here, the mRNA is composed of 5' cap and untranslated regions here and also coding sequences and poly A tails. However, we need to know that mRNA is very prone to degradation in our body. That's why we need to package mRNA, like in as we can see here in lipid nanoparticles to protect it from degradation and facilitate entry into host cells. So once we delivered into the cells, the host cells will translate mRNA into target antigenic proteins that will be uh, that will be translated into antigenic proteins, and that will be presented on the cell surface to trigger adapted immune responses, which is T cells and B cells responses. Well, as we can see here, that this whole process takes place in the cytoplasm, and the entire process needs, as you can see, we need precise sequence designs, structural stability, and also efficient delivery system. So that's why AI can make a transformative impact in designing an mRNA vaccines. Therefore, from what we have reviewed and from what we have observed, AI has been accelerating mainly three steps of mRNA vaccine pipelines. So, as you can see, the very first step of antigen and epitope selection and mRNA optimizations and also delivery system designs for clinical readiness. Definitely, AI accelerates the mRNA vaccine pipeline from target discovery to clinical readiness. So very firstly, an exciting emerging trend of AI in mRNA vaccine developments is antigen and epitope prediction, in which modern AI pipelines can process massive immunity and genomic data sets to identify peptide sequence that can generate robust immune responses. So from this input of massive data, AI generates potential candidates. It evaluates each candidate's ability to bind MAC class 1 and class 2, and also simulate antigen processing and also predict cellular presentation. After this step, the next step is to assess how stable and reliable each epitope is to ensure that the effectiveness of mRNA vaccines remains over time. What it means is to identify peptides from regions of pathogens that change little over time, that is, highly conserved regions. And using protein structural data, AI assess epitope exposure on the pathogen surface, favoring sequences that are accessible to T cells and antibodies. We can see here, it is assessing for surface accessibility for T cells and antibodies. Before the final rank outputs, AI screens epitopes for safety. In summary, this AI-driven pipeline transforms from, as we can see here, raw data into actionable and safe candidates for mRNA vaccines. So as an example here, we would like to present NUCC, which is a novel neoantigen prediction tool, and that exhibited better neoantigen prediction performance than other prediction tools. So as we can see here, it uses CNN and fcNN architectures. And if we carefully look at the graphs here, the number of mentions of neopeptides in top 20, in top 50, and also top 10 and top 5, they were higher than the other tools. Notably, as we can see here in top 5, the no new antigen was found in top 5 by net MAC pan, while NUCC2 found 2. So we can conclude that NUCC ranking position rises potentially and better than other net MAC pan, and this might possibly be due to that consideration of other features like affinity, MAC binding stability, peptide sequence, and MAC typing, compared to the binding prediction focus only of net MAC pen. That's why I believe that this work lays the foundation for improving new antigen and epitope prediction performance of AI by considering all the concluded features. So once epitopes are selected, what does AI do the next? So the next critical step is optimizing mRNA stability and efficient protein expression. So this includes codon optimization, which AI predicts context-dependent hosts prefer codon usage with balanced GC content and increase protein yield and translation efficiency. And moreover, AI also can simulate RNA folding and optimize sequences to minimize hairpins and pseudonodes to improve translation initiation. And also for stability to extend mRNA half-life inside the cells, AI can be used to predict degradation signals, uridine content, and RNA susceptibility so that vaccine can persist longer to reduce the required dose. Last but not least, AI incorporates poly-A length and optimized cap analogs to maximize protein production. This tool, which we know as IDRO, and an integrated deep learning algorithms, it goes beyond simple coding usage, and it is a machine learning model that balances multiple objectives. It's a very fast work that can optimize the whole full length of mRNA. This is the process of IDRO. As you can see, if we supplies amino acid sequence uh, into the what it transform the amino acids to vectors, and then a model outputs an optimized ORF, which is open reading frame, and that maximizes predicted translation efficiency. Then this optimized ORF is then tokenized and fed into RNA BART to generate 5' UTR and 3' UTR separately, and then finally the final output of mRNA is constructed. Moreover, this experimental results also validated the performance of IDRO, as EGF reporter mRNA produced resulted in more than 90% and also 1.2-fold higher fluorescent density than conventional control. So I believe that compared to other tools, IDRO stands out for its multi-objective optimization approach, making it a strong platform for the next generation of mRNA vaccine designs. That's why I believe AI ensures that the final mRNA sequence is not only highly translatable but also very resistant to degradation, improving vaccine potency and durability. So now if we move on to the delivery system design, which is a very critical component of mRNA vaccine success, the mRNA molecule itself is, as I have previously mentioned, is very highly unstable and also very negatively charged, which means it cannot easily enter cells. That's where lipid nanoparticles, as you can see the red and green and blue particles here, come in, and AI is playing a very transformative role in optimizing this delivery system. So very firstly, if we look at this image, it contains several components. The green one, which is PEG lipids, it's used for stability. And the red one here, the cation ionizable lipid, is used for encapsulating the negatively charged mRNA. And for the blue one, the lipids, and the cholesterol here is to maintain the structural integrity. So the goal of AI here is to design these components in the right ratios for efficient delivery. On the right, we see three AI-driven strategies, which is formulation optimization. And because of these machine learning tools, uh, they are used to predict the best lipid ratios, PEG context, particle size, and it is significantly reduces the number of experimental runs that we needed in the designs of experiment workflows, which saves both time and resources. And next, AI uses graph encoders and molecular descriptor to rank novel ionizable lipids and also classify high-efficiency lipids and predict the key properties such as stability and potency. And for rational lipid designs, deep learning is applied on large libraries of ionizable lipids. to predict critical features like potency, pKa, and also stability. These properties are essential because they determine whether the LNP will release the mRNA effectively inside the cells. So I believe together these AI-driven approaches accelerate the development of safe and efficient lipid nanoparticles for mRNA vaccines. So I believe AI is not here to replace scientists. It is here to amplify our capability. It's here to make our vaccine development faster, smarter, and more adaptable to the world's need. So as undergraduates, future researchers, and innovators, we have a role to play in this transformation. So the next breakthrough may come from someone in this room, perhaps even from a student like you or me. So the following of the contest will be walked through by my co-presenter, who is an engineer. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
Guys,
you
if you
so
have any
much.
question, you can write in the chat. Miss Tharape is still here. Till now, I will add the next presenter.
Hello, is it okay if I share the screen on behalf of my co-presenter?
Yes, sure, ma'am, you can share.
Okay, thank you so much.
Here is a question in the chat. You can read or I can read for you.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am Tharape, is I am audible to you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, there are two questions in the chat box. You can read or I can read the questions for you.
Okay, if it is okay, could you please read it to me?
Yes, sure. Here is the first question. For people who suffer from allergies, is there currently a vaccine or cure available or are scientists working on developing for future?
So I guess as far as I know, I think there is not a vaccines available yet for allergic reactions. So maybe in the future, I believe scientists can work out on one. So that maybe we can really look forward to the development of such vaccines in the future with the help of scientists and also with the development of a very robust tool, which is AI. Okay, thank you so much for the question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Here is another question. Can I read it too?
Yeah, of course, thank you.
How are lipid nanoparticles you incorporate in the cell? Which technology you use for this? I mean, sonication or anything else?
Okay. So it means that how we incorporate all the lipid nanoparticles into the cell, right? Which technology we use? Is it correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So well, Well, lipid nanoparticles, we deliver into the cell by using both nanotechnology and also endocytosis pathways. So the main technology is like microfluidic mixing. As you can see, we use these microfluidic devices, and which is rapidly mix an ethanol phase, lipids, and also with an aqueous phase. And using these devices, we can create uniform nano-sized particles. And this is the technology we use to formulate lipid nanoparticles. Thank you so much for the question.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering the question. It is really an insightful session.
Okay, thank you so much to Noble Science as well for giving me such a great opportunity to be here and to present our team. Thank you so much, everyone. So there will be
Thank you so
our
much, ma'am.
next co-presenter that will share the remains of our sessions. So please look forward to my co-presenter as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Guys, please wait. Our next speaker is joining us shortly. Thank you so much for your patience. Miss Tharape, are you there?
Yes, I'm still there.
Okay, you
Hello.
can share the slides so can our
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sharing.
okay.
Hello, good evening, and I'm sorry for the delay we caused. So I am the co-presenter of the topic, and I will continue to present what my friend did earlier. So, as my friend presented earlier, mRNA vaccine assisted with AI has positive potential in the healthcare industry. So we will trying to find out the area we can cover in the future. As we noticed that the nature of mRNA vaccine is versatile, and we can arrange the nucleotide according to the desired protein, and AI can make that happen in a short period of time. So that is the strand of mRNA vaccine collaborated with AI, and we can use that can help us to get the vaccine intended for a certain group of people, or even personalized vaccine for special needs. And it can also be useful to develop vaccines for emerging diseases that need quick action, like COVID-19. So we can use that point to extend the vaccine pipeline in the future. The next slide, please. But the drawback factor is that AI needs to be provided with a lot of data to learn. In some cases, we don't have enough data to provide. For example, for minor ethnic groups, we may not have enough genetic information, so a mRNA vaccine may or may not be effective for them. That also applies for some diseases that involve genetic variants. And in case of emergent diseases, if we don't have enough information about the variant strain beforehand, it can take longer to develop a vaccine than we expect. And yeah, next slide, please. And we also need to consider public trust in AI in healthcare industry. Now the people start to rely on AI, yet in healthcare, there are so many people who don't trust AI enough. So public acceptance is something we need to work on. General concern is that we usually about the privacy of the data we need to provide. Also, the ability of AI to develop effective vaccine is still questionable. And in some trials, AI failed to deliver effective vaccines, so supervision is still needed. As using AI can lead to high cost in development and production of vaccine, we need that to be as effective as possible. But we can overlook the benefit we can get from the collaboration, so this topic is something we should consider to evolve. So yeah, last but not least, I want to appreciate my teammate contributed in writing this abstract, and it was such an honor to be here. Yeah, thank you. So here are the references we used to write the abstract and prepare this presentation. Yeah, thank you so much for your
Thank you
attention.
so. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. Guys, if you have any question, you can write in the chat. We can take one or two questions.
Yeah,
Write quickly. We are facing time shortage, so be quick. I think there is not any question. So thank you so much, ma'am, Therapi and Inshan, for being here and sharing your insights. Thank you so much for such an insightful session.
thank you so much.
Okay, guys, so move to the next speaker. Miss Sarah, is I audible to you? Okay, so move to the next speaker. Here is Miss Sarah Munir. She is a pharmacist at PU Lahore. Her presentation title is Accelerating Drug and Vaccine Discovery Through Artificial Intelligence, a review of recent innovations. Miss Sarah, you can start now.
Um, Platform movie.
Can you share the slides? Or I will share for you.
Uh, please share the slide for me.
Okay, I am sharing shortly.
Okay.
Is slide visible?
No.
Okay, let me check.
Okay. Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, Sarah. I'm sharing the slide, but I don't know why it's not visible to you all. Now it's visible?
Yes. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, so you can start now.
Okay. Assalamualaikum. I'm
Walaikum salam.
relating in discovering to artificial intelligence, a review of development innovation in person present and talk about traditional and emerging role of artificial intelligence and how it is going to revolution not only the development but also its development. Like, ma'am, next slide. Traditionally, using a new feature is being rather really slow and painful process. On average, it takes 10 to 20, 15 years to develop one drug. And even if it takes so much time and money to really focus on it, so it is very hard to discover a new drug. Because what I think is going to
I'm Sarah,
get-
sorry for interruption.
yes,
Your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear. Actually, it's feeling like distortion at your backside.
I don't know. Ma'am, clear? Clear?
Yes, now it's clear. Please continue.
Traditionally, the new team was extremely slow and frustrated. On average, it took 10 to 15 billion of dollars to bring one product to market. And even in much time and money, the rate is very high. So it is very hard to discover a new because for every potential business need to get thousands of customers to find out by safe to check whether it will works. Okay. इंटरनेट पे आ रहा है मेरे टाइम ही आ रहा है for for every whether it is self, neighbors, and family. Artificial intelligence is a system that will intelligence, such as it will pattern, it will use the pattern to make the prediction. Also, it will pattern intelligence will help us make it to make a better decision. That's why we artificial intelligence is a game changer in medical research. Next, we talk about the objectives of after the group. One, to recent artificial intelligence innovation in drug and discovery. Second one is at the role of machine learning algorithm from the data to prediction in the technology. We talk about deep learning is a machine learning in which we use ANN social neural. It will recognize very complex generative generative models of artificial intelligence is more easily used but also completely flexible. So we will focus on artificial intelligence on
Ma'am, sorry for interruption.
and
Actually, your voice is distorting. I think you are joined from two devices or two time. Such an issue is. If it's feasible, please leave and join again.
okay.
If you had joined from two devices, then left from both and joined from one. Everyone, please keep wait. We're working on it. We'll resolve shortly.
Ma'am,
Yes, now it's clear. You can continue. Miss Sarah, you can start now. Guys, please wait. I think there is a connectivity issue at speaker side. She had joined but left. Let's see and wait for a few minutes.
Ma'am, am I audible? This was a narrative review conducted from 2020 to 2024, in which we reviewed research papers from different sources like Science Direct, ResearchGate, Cell, and ACS Medicine Chemistry. But our main focus was in silico screening. In silico screening means we use the computer simulation to predict the effective molecules. Generative chemistry are the AI system that can design completely new molecules. And immunoinformatives are the computational tool that can design the vaccine by predicting the immune response. Next slide, please. Ma'am, next slide. Next. Role of artificial intelligence in target identification. The first step in drug discovery is target identification. But what is target? Target is a protein or gene in the human body that is involved in a disease. If we can design a drug or act on that target, we can manage or cure the disease. But the challenge is how we can find these targeted. So artificial intelligence will help to identify that targeted by analyzing the omic data. Omic data is a large scale data from genomics in which we study the genes and proteomics in which we study the protein. So artificial intelligence will detect the novel druggable targets. AlphaFold is a breakthrough example of artificial intelligence. It will predict protein structure with accuracy. Traditionally, to find the 3D structure of a protein was a very difficult and challenging. It could years of lab experiment, but AlphaFold can do it in a minute, and it will speed up the research. Artificial intelligence in molecular screening. Once we know the target, the next step is to find the molecule that will work against that target. Traditionally, scientists use HTS. HTS means high throughput screening, means scientists will test thousands of molecules in a lab to see which one will bind to the target. But the main challenge was the cost and the time. So artificial intelligence introduced the virtual screening. Virtual screening in which artificial intelligence model test molecules on a computer and will predict which one are most likely to bind to the target protein and will show the effective activity. For example, instead of testing 10,000 molecules in a lab, artificial intelligence will quickly predict the top 100 most promising candidate with desirable properties. It will save millions of dollars and years of effort in the early stage. Generative models in drug design. Beyond screening, artificial intelligence will design the new drug from a scratch. Design new drug from a scratch. This process is called the de novo drug design. De novo means from the start. Artificial model like MOL GPT, DeepCam will generate the novel chemical structure, and it will provide the safe and easily soluble and high potency compounds against that target. Next slide. Artificial intelligence in vaccine development. Artificial intelligence is not limited to the drug, but it will also play a critical role, in important role in the vaccine discovery and development. First, informatics. Immunoinformatics means integration of immunology and bioinformatics. It will use the computer tools and predict the immune system responses But one of the most important steps in vaccine development is to predict the epitope or antigen. Epitope means a small part of our virus bacterium that will recognized by our immune system. Artificial intelligence will help to predict the epitope and are most likely to trigger a strong immune response in our body. So the real world example is a COVID-19 vaccine, and artificial intelligence will help to develop that vaccine. By analyzing viral sequences, artificial intelligence help researchers design vaccines much faster than the traditional method. Artificial application in vaccine development are epitope prediction, vaccine design, vaccine dosing, and clinical trials. Next. Next slide. So the real world example is COVID-19 pandemic. Artificial intelligence contributed in it. Artificial intelligence identify the rapid identification of vaccine candidate. Artificial intelligence tools will analyze the viral genome within the days, and then drug repurposing. Drug repurposing means artificial intelligence search existing drug libraries to see which older drugs will work against COVID-19 and will reduce the timeline. It will also prioritize the clinical trials. Instead of testing randomly, artificial intelligence will suggest which candidate will have a highest chance of success. Without artificial intelligence, the vaccine development process could take much longer, but artificial intelligence compress these years to months. In this slide, you can see drug repurposing and production of COVID-19 vaccine within the shorter time. Safe artificial intelligence for toxicity and safety prediction. Even after identifying promising molecule, many drugs will show the toxicity in the later stage. Toxicity means the harmful effects on the body. Artificial intelligence will predict the ADMET properties of molecule. ADMET properties mean absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion, and toxicity. Artificial intelligence will help the researcher to eliminate the unsafe and toxic compound in the early stage of drug discovery. It will prevent the effort to waste, and it will improve the patient safety. Now I will talk about the tool and the platforms. AlphaFold, it will predict protein structure. Next, MolGPT, generative chemistry. Generative chemistry, it will generate the new chemicals molecule. Then DeepChem. DeepChem is a open source library for artificial intelligence drug discovery. Next, transformer-based model. Transformer-based model are advanced artificial architecture, and for it will used in the biomolecular prediction. Next. Next, benefits of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence cut the and reduce the research and development time. It also cuts the and lower the cost, and it also provides a higher success rate, and it also support the precision medicine. Precision medicine means tailored treatment to each individual's unique genetic and biological profile. Rather than giving the same drug to everyone, it will make drug more effective and will reduce the side effects. As you can see in the graph, with the help of artificial intelligence, the success rate, cost are improving as compared using the traditional methods. Challenges. Of course, artificial intelligence is not a magic. There are some challenges also. One, data quality and availability. Artificial intelligence, if the data is poor and incomplete, artificial intelligence will analyze and make the prediction that will be unreliable. Second, algorithm biasness. Artificial intelligence can produce biased result, and some ethical issues related to the patient safety, patient privacy, fairness. Next have need for integration with lab validation. So artificial intelligence prediction must still be tested in the laboratories and clinical trials to prove their real world effectiveness. In the fig, you can see the challenges and benefits and opportunities that artificial intelligence provide. Future direction. Some direction include we will combine the artificial intelligence with quantum computing, which will make drug modeling faster. And then we use the digital twins and will integrate it into the personalized medicine. Digital twins are virtual replicas of patient to test the drugs on a computer model of a person before giving it to the real patient. And global artificial intelligence collaboration for the pandemic preparedness so the world can respond faster to the future outbreaks. Conclusions. In the conclusion, artificial intelligence not only reshaping the vaccine and the drug discovery, but it also make the process faster, cheaper, and more accurate. It also supports the precision medicine, but there are some challenges with the data quality and bias, algorithm biasness, and some ethical issue regulation, which we cannot ignore. But despite this challenging, artificial intelligence is a huge promise for the future medicine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am Sarah, for being here and sharing your insights related AI. Guys, if you have any questions, please write in the chat box quickly. So next we will move toward the conclusion of our today's session. And guys, if any question, write quickly, please. I think there is not any question. So thank you so much, ma'am Sarah, for being here and sharing your insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Lafis. So guys, let's move
Allah
towards the
Hafiz.
conclusion of our today's session. Allah Hafiz, ma'am. So let's conclude our session. And firstly, I will appreciate your presence and your patience for being here till the last. Okay. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our all brilliant speakers, Dr. Shakra Ghaznavi, Dr. Taskeen Fatma, Dr. Hassanul Amin, Therapeko, Dr. Ant Inchen Kao, and Sarah Munir Sheikh. Your presentations have provided invaluable insights and truly made this symposium a success. I also want to thank you, every single one of you in the audience. Your participation and engagement have been essential. We hope that the discussions and the connection you have made today will lead to the new breakthroughs and future collaborations. This marks the conclusion of the first International Symposium on Artificial Intelligence in Medical Research. We look forward to seeing you at our next event. Thank you so much for being here and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And the attendance link is in the chat. You can mark your attendance. And now it's the end of the session. And thank you so much. We will just